AMD Ryzen 9 9900X sees up to 12% price drop in US 9950X now for $29 cheaper. AMD Ryzen 9000 up to 12% cheaper now in the US following rather quick price change for the highly competitive German market. Large US retailers are following suit. The AMD Ryzen 9000 series is not even a month old yet. The first SKUs, namely the Ryzen 5 9600X and Ryzen 7 9700X, were released on August 8th, with the remaining Ryzen 9 9950X and 9900X launching a week later. Now just 2.5 weeks later, Ryzen 5 for desktop CPUs is already experiencing a double-digit price change. When Ryzen 7000 launched, many users were hesitant to invest hundreds of dollars in a new and still immature platform. The cost of DDR5 memory, which was required for the series along with the rather expensive Ryzen lineup, did not help AMD convince many users. However, the Zen 4 desktop series saw a major price adjustment driven in part by the new memory becoming much cheaper. Despite these lessons, AMD launched the Ryzen 7800X 3D series at a high price, and again just weeks later the first price cuts, which seemed inevitable, were reported. The company did adjust its strategy for the Ryzen 9000 series, with the new SKUs being somewhat cheaper. But this wasn't enough, especially for the mid-range model that are not a great choice, particularly with their default 65 watt mode. AMD is reportedly adding a 105 watt mode through major motherboard vendors, but when compared to part like 8 core and Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, these models still fall short. Now retailers are taking matter into their own hands, and if you can see the price differences, Ryzen 9 9950X MSRP for $649, but at Micro Center it's $619, or you can say $620. Amazon for $623.29, Newegg $623.29, and Best Buy for $623.99. So these all are competing against the Micro Center in price. And if you talk about the Ryzen 9 9900X MSRP for $499, at Micro Center it's selling for $439, Amazon for $449, Newegg for $449, and Best Buy also for $49. And if you talk about the Ryzen 7 and 700X, the MSRP is $359, whereas Micro Center is selling for $349 or $350. Anatolian eBay $349.99, Amazon for $359, and Newegg also for $359. So all in all, Micro Center is giving some good and best prices all around. Ryzen 5 9600X MSRP for $279, Anatolia eBay is giving for $259.99, Micro Center for $269, Amazon for $279, and Newegg also for $279. Why is it always 12 core CPU that sees the highest price cut? Perhaps if someone is already going to spend a few $100s, they would opt for the higher end SKUs like 9950X or go well below that budget. AMD faced a similar issue with Navi 32 based Radeon RX 7800 XT and RX 7700 XT, with the latter being outsold 10:1 by the full GPU variant. Either way, according to the list compiled by the WCCAF Tech, it's appeared that the highest price cut is for 9900X, now up to 11.8% lower, and Ryzen 5 9600X, which can be found for 6.8% less. Not much movement has been seen on the 16 core and 8 core parts, which are now 4.5% and 2.5% cheaper respectively. According to the latest information, AMD is not set to launch the Ryzen 9000 X3D series this year, but there are rumors that at least one SKU could still be considered. Hopefully it's the most anticipated 9800 X3D SKU. AMD did launch new AM5 processor, but just unveiled 6-core Ryzen 5 7600 X3D in a Micro Center exclusive, so it shouldn't really affect Zen 5 pricing in any significant way. Anyway, here is the breakdown from the AMD Ryzen 9000 pricing as it stands today. AMD 9950X MSRP 649. Lowest price currently you can find at Macro Center is $619.99 minus $29 or minus 4.5 difference versus MSRP. AMD 9900X 499 MSRP, lowest price 439.99, also at Macro Center, difference minus $59, minus 11.8% difference versus MSRP. Ryzen 7 and 700X $359 MSRP, lowest price currently available also at Macro Center, $349.99 minus $9 decrease and minus 2.5% difference versus MSRP. And lastly, AMD Ryzen 5 9600X 279 MSRP, lowest price currently available $259.99 minus $19 difference and minus 6.8 difference versus MSRP.